What is going on, my Cardano friends? Welcome back to another episode of Cardano Daily number 48. And in today's video, we're going to talk about Cardano leaving the Bitcoin nest and also just some interesting things that have been going on in the Cardano space, especially with the price of Cardano taking off. Now, first things first though, if you do want to earn passive ADA on your ADA to increase the size of your ADA bag and increase that passive income, definitely consider staking with the Jack stake pool. Now, moving on, first thing I want to talk about is that Cardano is still very underpriced in my opinion, and smart contracts, I don't think, have been priced in. Keep in mind, just a guy in my mom's basement, what do I know? But this is where my conviction is leading me, considering the dApp wars haven't even begun. And by dApp wars, I mean all of the crazy applications that are going to come onto the Cardano blockchain and bring in users. Those haven't even began to compete for users and bring in all those users. And if you're following the Metcalfe's law that every user of the network grows the network potential, it makes the network more valuable for every user on the network, then it's going to be an exponential rate of growth once we see these dApps bringing on users. And 10 users would make the network worth $100, let's say, and 11 users would make the network worth 121. It's squared. It's not just 2x, it's 10x. So that's why I think when these decentralized applications come up, we're going to see exponential growth. We're going to see not 2x growth, we're going to see 10x, 20x growth from all the new users coming on. And moving on to this, this network growth, I want to talk about some things that are going to bring on these users, because there are dApps ready to build that are building now, ready to deploy on September 12th when that hard fork comes out for Cardano. For the main network and smart contracts, if you haven't heard, September 12th is the target date and most likely going to be the date that the hard fork event happens, which will enable smart contracts on Cardano. It's not going to be a super smooth thing. After the smart contracts are deployed on Cardano and we're live on main network, there's still going to be a lot of time for the apps to implement, build, and get things up and running properly for the end user. But overall, this is going to bring in a lot of users for the end of 2021 and going into 2022 and forward, and it's going to be insane. Now, here's the essential Cardano list. And if we just scroll down here, we have a bunch of different categories. So these are all the categories in the essential Cardano lists, ranging from games and entertainment, resources, wallets, all the way to core organizations and oracles, deployments, DeFi markets, exchanges, payments, so many things, right? This is a map from April 2021. There's going to be a new version coming out soon, and it's a simple map of the ecosystem, but this does not include everything. When we scroll down here, you're going to see the sections and everything in it, and then you're going to see how long this list is, how many DEXs there are, how many deployments there are, how many DeFi and capital markets there are, and we keep scrolling. And this is not even completely updated in the past 2 months. So imagine just how big this list is as well, on top of all these other things. Look, we go to wallets, you don't even see your homie Nami wallet in here, but it's there. Things have been building that aren't even on this list because they're new. And this is just a small fraction of what we're gonna see. Like, look at this. Here's all the projects catalysts, here's everything. And it's insane to see how fast this is growing. And this is 2 months ago, and I can already see like 10 things that aren't named on there. So keep that in mind. And here's another outlook on the Cardano ecosystem. Of course, the gaming and NFT side of things are also really booming. Tons of different projects, tons of different places to go for NFTs. And it's going to be insane, similar to the Ethereum NFT blow up, where all those users coming in to just buy and sell shiny JPEGs are going to increase the value of the network. They're going to be doing daily transactions and just adding value to the network, making it stronger for other people by holding ADA themselves. So this is something that I love about Cardano. This is something I love about cryptocurrency, is that holding these cryptocurrencies and using them provides value to the entire network. It keeps things running smoothly. Moving on, we have some Twitter posts from Altcoin Gordon, right? I tried to tell you about Cardano. Yikes face. And then Lil Capo, or Il Capo, Crypto Capo, pretty popular on Twitter, seasoned technical analysis trader, and just a pretty awesome account to follow if you're looking at, not hopium, but just good outlooks on what's going to happen in the markets. $10 or higher, he quote tweeted in reply, by the end of this year. I think it's completely likely. I think we're going to easily blow past $5 once we have one or two semi-successful decentralized applications. Once we do that, I think we're going to easily be able to blast through. Once people are using it, we already have a huge booming marketplace for Cardano NFTs, and that alone I think is contributing a lot to more transactions and more people using the network, and therefore growing it. I think people are going to realize that Cardano is way better to go to, especially for NFTs, because there's no huge gas fees, and that's why I think all these users coming over also using the ERC20 token converter are going to explode the network value if we're following Metcalfe's law. Moving on, I want to show you how Cardano is leaving the nest. So right now, Cardano's at $2.18. And I don't know if you guys remember, but when we hit that all-time high back at, $2.46, it stayed there for a few seconds, and then it dipped back down to around 230, 220, stayed there for a day or two, then it just kind of dropped. It wasn't a long all-time high, but we've been holding for the past day at 218 to over $2 since yesterday, strong, which is insane because not only is Bitcoin, just kind of chilling at 46K, it peaked above 47K for a minute, but it's not doing anything crazy, and neither is Ethereum. But when we go and look at Cardano, we're up 50% in the past 7 days. Okay, we're number 3 right now. We're leaving the nest, and I think Cardano's ready to fly, and it's gonna fly past its founders. It's gonna fly past its buddies, Ethereum and Bitcoin. At some point, Cardano's going for number 1 in my eyes, and maybe it doesn't hit number 1. Either way, Cardano is gonna do insane things by itself when it leaves this nest, and it already has left the nest, to be honest. And here's it climbing on the hourly chart against Bitcoin, over 4,600 sats, and that's coming from 4 days ago being at 3,200 sats. It's climbing. We'll go to the day chart. You're going to see here's the peak of ADA at 246, I believe. Yep, May 15th, and we see we came down, and look at this similar line progress here to go up against Bitcoin. Okay, Cardano's making a lot of moves. It's also making moves against Ethereum, and it's ready to leave the nest. It's ready to start flapping its wings, getting these users underneath its feet, and really going through the roof. I think a $5 Cardano is just inevitable at this point by the end of the year with all the dApps coming. Of course, if Bitcoin tanks to nothing, Cardano will probably go down in price. But the thing is, if Bitcoin tanks, if Ethereum tanks, Cardano is going to pick up some slack there. It's not just going to tank and faceplant. Cardano has its own mind. It has its own user base. And in my eyes, it's something that of a strong community around Cardano that people don't like selling their Cardano. There's low transactions on Cardano, and I think the reason for that is because people don't want to give up their Cardano. And the good thing about that is we do have NFTs coming to the space and more marketplaces coming up and more people interacting with those, which increase transactions and just play back in to the same narrative I've been saying this whole video. More users, more interactions, more value, and then the price goes up. When moon? Well, I think it's mooning right now, and we could see, it go back down a bit. But overall, fundamentally, I have a huge conviction in Cardano, and that's the reason I invest in it. I don't buy the dips. Sorry, I do buy the dips. I don't sell the tops. I just hold it. To each their own. If you want to take profits, go for it. I could take profits right now, but I'd rather not even deal with the tax situation and just hold, not worry about it. That's my outlook. One final point for this video that I want to talk about is the Jack stake pool has 3 blocks coming this epoch. This epoch, let's say it right for once. This epoch is going to be pretty crazy. 250% luck again. Last 2 epochs, we didn't do so well. We had 0% luck. But the one before that, we also had 250% luck. And I think, the Cardano block minting gods are giving us some extra luck to make up for the past 2 epochs. And if you are delegating to Jack stake pool, I just wanted to thank you sincerely because that matters a lot to me. That also helps me build my Cardano. That helps me get more Cardano because I'm not the richest guy in the world. I live in my mom's basement and I don't make that much money, but stacking Cardano, making Cardano content, and having people support me by staking their ADA to earn passive ADA really means the world to me, because I want to be here long term. I want to stay around and I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to make this work no matter what, but the people staking in my stake pool do matter a lot to me. And if you guys ever have any questions for me, send me a DM on Twitter. I also will give you good discount codes on Cardano merch if you're interested in it. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great freaking day. And don't forget to hold on to your ADA nice and tight during this mooning event of, leaving the Bitcoin nest. Peace out.